My sister dragged me across the hotel ballroom by my forearm and announced me like a joke. In front of 100 guests, she called me the embarrassment of the family while my parents laughed. 2 weeks later, her boss handed me a $220,000 contract and she stood there, frozen. I'd always been the quiet one. She was the star. So when she called before the wedding, it wasn't, "How are you?" It was a list. "I need you to deal with vendors. You're good at that boring stuff." So I handled it. I renegotiated contracts, caught overcharges, and even fronted $3,500 for the photographer when she forgot her checkbook. My parents praised her professionalism. I got seated near the kitchen doors like a stranger. Then she spotted her VP boss in his expensive suit and decided she needed a punchline. She grabbed me, dragged me over, and raised her voice so everyone could hear. "This is my brother," she said. "Still single at 40. Still doing that little consulting thing nobody understands." My dad laughed. My mom laughed harder. Her boss didn't. He looked at me, then at my parents, then back at me. "What kind of consulting?" he asked. "Corporate restructuring," I said. "Financial work. I help small businesses in crisis." "How long?" 15 years. He didn't sip his champagne. He set it down, then turned to my sister. "Be in my office Monday at 8 a.m. Don't be late." And he walked out. No smile. No goodbye. Just silence and my sister blinking. Monday morning, a black Mercedes sat outside my office suite. The VP came in with a portfolio and said he knew me from 14 years ago, back when he owned a furniture store and was weeks from bankruptcy. "You worked for free," he said. 7 weeks. "You saved my business. You refused payment." I barely remembered it. It was one of my first cases, back when I still believed decency got rewarded. He slid a contract across my desk. 6 months, $220,000. I need someone with integrity. Then he told me why he really came. They'd been investigating my sister for months. Fake expense reports, stolen credit, personal spending billed to the company. Over $85,000 in fraud. Before he left, he added one warning. "Her accounts show transfers tied to your parents. Be careful." That sent me digging. Old bank statements, Grandpa's will, and the truth landed like a brick. Grandpa left a $100,000 education fund, split evenly. My sister got her $50,000. My parents emptied mine and transferred it to her months later. I'd spent years paying student loans while she lived debt-free on my inheritance. Right on schedule, my sister called with a sweet voice. "This investigation is a misunderstanding," she said. "Just tell them you helped me. We're family. You called me the embarrassment of the family. That was a joke. Don't be dramatic." Then the sweetness dropped. "You owe me. I let you be in my wedding." I hung up. 3 days later, the VP, legal and forensic accounting, pulled me into a conference room. They showed me emails from me explaining how to falsify reports. Same name, slightly different domain. And the metadata traced every single one back to her work computer, created in a 3-hour window after she knew she was caught. She didn't just steal, she tried to frame me. At her hearing, I watched behind one-way glass. She smiled like it was a networking event. Then the fake emails hit the screen. Next, the fraud totals got read out loud. After that, HR said, "Terminated, effective immediately." Then security stepped in with a banker's box. Finally, my sister's face went blank. That night, I called my parents. "I know about Grandpa's fund," I said. "I have the transfer receipts." Silence. Then my dad tried to justify it. "She needed opportunities." "So I didn't," I said. "You laughed while she humiliated me. At the wedding I helped pay for." I ended the call. A few weeks later, my aunt gathered the family and laid out every quiet thing I'd done. Medical bills, loans, scholarships. People stared at the table like it might save them. For once, nobody defended my sister. She showed up at my office later, exhausted and stripped of ego. She didn't beg. She just said, "I finally see you. I'm sorry," and left. I didn't forgive her. I didn't forgive my parents either. But I took that $220,000 contract, rebuilt companies that were sinking, and stopped letting my family write my story. What would you do if your own sister tried to ruin you to save herself?